And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the live stream. Excited to be here. I want to try something whack today. And that is, I want to try to also stream this on TikTok using my phone. Using a feature that they call, mobile gaming stream. To see if it works. The only thing is you have to block your microphone. So I have this whole setup here because I'm going to be essentially screen recording the stream from YouTube and posting it to TikTok. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it works. I'm just going to set it up for a second and let's see if it works. Let's change the title to a habit RPG app with React. Let's do that. Let's change the photo. Favorites. Do I have my logo here? I don't. I need to get my logo. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying something whack with TikTok. Let's go to downloads. Let's go to cause and solutions, logo. And then let's put this one, airdrop to my phone. There you go. Jato Go, hello, what's up? Nice to have you. Dubea, you're back. Let's go, man. This is gonna be a sick stream. There's cool things that I planned here for this stream. Let's see. Let me just change the logo. Select from library. What? I straight up had my logo. Here, airdrop to my phone. Yeah. Boom, done. Okay. No filters. Mobile gaming. Let's try it. Oh my God, I can't go live. No, I can. Oh, I need to go. Give me a second. I need to go to my YouTube. Cosden Solutions. Live. Let's try it. Oh my God, I can't go live. No, I can. Huh. Let's try it. And then you put the YouTube. And you go live. You close the live chat. Let's try it. TikTok says I'm live. Let's see if I'm actually live. Cool. We are. Yeah, it is playing. I am live. Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome. Sorry for that. Let me just post this on Discord and then we are good to go. I just had to do some housekeeping. Try to go live on TikTok and restream everything on basically stream the stream that I have here on YouTube, stream it on TikTok. That should be working. I put my phone here so I can see the comments from TikTok, if there's any, who knows. Welcome, guys. Today we are going to be doing exactly what the title of this video says. We are going to be working on the Habit RPG app. Super excited. I've done quite a bit of work. Let me zoom in a little bit. I've done quite a bit of work on the app since last stream. I've been doing some cool things. I've been making progress. And we're close to finishing it, actually. When I think about the stuff that is left for us to do, we're kind of close to finishing. So I'm excited. Yeah, I want to first show you what I've done, what changes have been here since the last time, in case you want to catch up, because I did jump around a bit. First, anyone is asking, Let me see here. How do you get the previous videos? If you want to get the previous videos of this stream, basically to see how we got to this point in this live stream, go to my channel on YouTube, go to playlists, not videos, and then you'll find it here on the playlist, Build a Habit RPG app. This is the only place that you're going to be able to find the videos after they are live. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, cool. Yeah, someone asked, will you be re-uploading this? There you go. It's going to be here directly. You can have all of them here, right? So you're good to go. Let's see. Hello, sir. Seeing your videos for building my stuff. There you go. I hope that my videos are helpful in helping you build your stuff. Happy X, man, you have, I think, Cyrillic or Greek letters, and I don't know them, so I don't know how to pronounce it. It seems like Happy X, but it might not be. Let me know how you actually pronounce it. Paris watching, welcome to welcome from Paris to Paris. I love Paris, love the city. I actually considered moving there, but ended up deciding not to specifically. But yeah, let's see. Cool. So let us begin. So here's the current state of the app so far, right? So we have here the main kind of home screen. You have your habits, pretty standard. We didn't touch this in a while. Then we have the character screen, which has been like improved and developed, which is really, really cool, to be honest. So you have, I don't know if I had like an actual sword in the last episode, but like I created a sword. So like we actually have swords now. It's the only sword that is available in the app as of yet, but creating assets is super easy, as we've seen in the last episodes. You now have an inventory with all of your items over here. You can equip and unequip items at will, right? So you can just equip them and it just works by just a simple tap. Super simple. You can tap and hold, bring up this little pop-up over here of the actual details of the item. We have this like really cool modal over here. You get to see the item, some description of the item, the rarity of the item. So I've actually implemented rarities in here, which is basically, you know, like in World of Warcraft, that's where I took it from. So like you can have common items, uncommon, epic items, rare items, and so on. We're going to do some things with that. I've already done some things with that I'm super excited about. And then you also have a value here. Everything has a value and you can sell it. I'm not going to sell it now, but if I click sell it, it's saying that this item is equipped. Are you sure that you want to sell it? It's equipped. I don't want to sell it. I like my sword. I want to keep it. But as you're going to see, we're going to get new items and I'm going to sell it to those and we're going to increase our coins. So that's cool. That's done, right? Looks great, at least for now, right? Then we have edit character, which we built in like the second episode. I haven't touched this one, but we are going to work a little bit with this pretty soon. So there's that. And yeah, in terms of like, right, we're trying to launch this, as I said in like the first live stream on this project. I want to launch the minimum viable product of this app. So like the minimum version possible to actually give users some value, right? Because the whole idea is to test this app and see if people actually use it, if they like it, how often do they use it, what's like the retention, to know if we have a good app or what we need to change and stuff like that, right? So in light of that, what we want to do is build the minimum amount of features required to actually be able to ship something that is like reasonable for a user to actually use. And for that, for us, it's the ability to create habits. So you can create a habit over here. You can set the difficulty and you can set the time and the how often the habit is, right? And then we tie it into the character so that every time that you do your habit, your character gets experience, you get items, and then you can sell your items and you can get coins and you can level up. That's enough for now, right? We also have this analytics page over here, which is pretty basic, right? It just tells you the completion rate of your habit and your streak. That's it, right? We don't need anything more than that before we validate the idea and see, okay, users are actually using this. They like this app, so it makes sense for us to spend more time and effort actually building the app, right? And then we have our profile page here with the settings, right? These are done from the previous app that I forked this app from. So in terms of that, the only thing really left for us to do is the onboarding, which is when a user first downloads the app, never used it before, right? Fresh download. We want to have them create a character, right? This character over here, you need to create it. And I think that's it. And then you go into the app and you create your first habit, and then you just do it, and then you get items and stuff, right? So that's what I plan to do today. And then if we get that done, because I don't think that's going to be too difficult to do, if we get that done, Then we might like start styling this because I want to like change the styling a bit of this app. I don't like the way that it looks. I want to make it a little bit more like a game if possible. We'll see. And then we might like refactor some code. And then that's it. All I will have to do is on my end, I will just have to create assets and items, right? That's what I will have to do. Create the assets and items. And yeah, then we can ship this to the App Store. You guys can test it, download it on your devices. We do need to check that this actually works on Android as we expect. So that's something that we want to check. And that's it. We're done, right? This is like build fast, build lean, and try it out first before actually deploying all of this time and energy, building something that who knows if users are actually going to use. Could I move my chat window? Oh, interesting. The chat window was blocking. I will move it. But that means I won't be able to respond to anyone on TikTok. That's unfortunate, but it's fine. If you guys want to see comments, go to YouTube. Cool. So let's see. Germany is here. Nice. Germany. I lived in Germany for 2 years. Love the country, but I wouldn't live there again. But good times. Not only you can just like this video and the video will be saved. Also that, yeah, it is unlisted. So as long as you have a link to the video, you can always get it super easily. Can we get the source code? I'm not sure yet. I will think about it. I'm not sure yet. Just because I don't want somebody like taking this code and creating another app on the App Store and then stealing it if this is actually a good idea. I want to tread carefully first, see if it makes sense to open source it. I'm thinking about it. I also have another app that this app is based on. If you watch the previous episodes in this series, I might open source that instead, because that one is like doesn't have any character thing. It's just like the pure habit stuff, but it's essentially all of the patterns that we had here in this app. So let's see. I will still think about it, and I will let you know if I do or when I do. Where can we see the source code of this app? For now, right here on the videos or on the previous videos. Maybe to change in the future, but we'll see. Sup, yo, first time in your life. Welcome. Good to see you here, Vingardio. Vingardio Leviosa. Oh, wow. That's a Harry Potter spell. Nice. Hope you enjoyed the live streams, man. And let me know if you watched the previous ones, if you know what we're up to here. Brazil is here. Let's go. Cool. So let me show you. First, I want to do something. There's one screen I haven't showed you. So here, I'm going to press like complete my habit, right? And this is going to pop up a new screen. Boom. Yes, it worked. Good. So you complete a habit and now you get this screen over here, because every time you do a habit, you get some experience. And you also get items. But the way that you get items is like completely random. You're not going to get an item every single time. And if you do get an item, it's not necessarily going to be the same rarity every single time, right? It might be a common item. It might be an uncommon item. It might be a rare item in rare cases, right? And you get items. This is a way for kind of me to motivate you actually doing your habits. You get stuff, you can sell the items, right? And you can wear them, equip them. And eventually I will implement stats and stuff like that, but not for the initial version. So we have the item here, right? So I can press continue and we can go here and now it's in our inventory. Great, we have this item. I can equip it. Now I have two of the same item, right? So I can equip it. Fine. Now, I don't really need this like tunic, it's called, I believe. Yeah, gray tunic. I'm going for like a medieval kind of vibe. So like a gray tunic. I don't need this one. I already have one, right? The value is 20 gold. I'm going to sell it. So I can just press sell. And there you go. I sold it. I now have 30 coins, right? And eventually with coins, you'll be able to like buy stuff and stuff like that. Cool. Let me show you the code that actually does that, just so you kind of get a feel as to how I'm thinking about this and really the work that I've done here so far. So I'm going to go to, because I've actually also refactored a lot of code, which I'm really, really happy about. So this is our item.utils file. So this is all the utilities related to items. So everything that has to do with like items would go in this file, right? And this file is being used across the application. So we have this item templates here. This is kind of my list. It's not a database specifically, but it kind of acts as like a database. It's basically all of the items available in the app by their ID and some properties about those items that I control on the app. For example, boots 1 brown, right? So like a very common generic type of boots, right? I will set it so that it can only ever be common in terms of rarity. If you see here, rarities is common, uncommon, rare, and legendary, right? You're never gonna have boots 1 brown that are legendary. It doesn't make sense, right? Actually, legendary items are gonna be like special, unique items that, you know, but you're not gonna have, probably not. I mean, we can change this, like boots 1 brown that are like rare. Or you might, right? Depends how we want to do this. But anyways, the rarities defines what rarity this can actually be. Then you have the type over here. This is the place in the character that this item would belong to. So in this case, would be on the feet, right? So there's a slot on your feet. You can equip things on the feet, and you can only equip feet items on the feet, right? Makes sense. And then we have the value over here, which is the value, right? I set the value in this place for the item, and then we might like change the value, like derive it to be something else. For example, let's say that we implement like character stats and you have like a barter skill, you know, and then that kind of gives you 25% off on items. We're going to use that against this value over here. That's kind of where I'm going with this, right? So then to add new items, we just create the assets for the items, just put them in the folder, define them here in this item template, and then all of the code will just pull from this items template object and just kind of do it, right? So these are all the items that we currently have, right? So that's pretty simple enough, and it's a way to like write and define the thing once and then just use it across your application. Then we have item assets, which it was a little bit more complex in the previous episodes. I simplified it a lot. We just need assets for male and female, right? Because they will differ in terms of how they look. And then basically just the item IDs over here. And we have here the actual PNG images of our assets. Pretty simple. Then we can skip this. This is just like some thing that I had to do to like get the actual assets to show up properly on canvas. Doesn't matter right now. But then we have this get item template for habit entry. Very descriptive name, but again, I like explicit rather than implicit. So based on a habit difficulty, for now, we might change this in the future, but based on a habit difficulty, we will give you an item with specific chances, right? Because if you do your habits, I want to reward you doing habits that may be hard, right? So if a habit is hard, you might get more chances of getting a certain item that is a bit more rare than a common item. I feel that makes sense, right? If, however, your habit is like super simple and super easy, then it doesn't make sense to give you like a rare item every time you do it, right? So I have here like the available rarities, because right now I'm just doing like common, uncommon, and rare. I'm not going to give you like a legendary item for doing a habit. I'm reserving that for maybe something later that we would want to do if this becomes something else, right? So you can just get common, uncommon, or rare. And then I have the base rarity chances over here. And it goes like this. You have 0.5% chance of getting a common item, 0.1% chance of getting an uncommon item, so that's 10%, and 0.05% chance of getting a rare item, 5%. I might decrease this to 1%, we'll see, but for now it's 5%. And then what I do is I just change them if the habit has a different difficulty. So if the habit is medium, I increase your chances of getting an uncommon item by double, right? From 0.1 to 0.2. If it's hard, I increase the common chances to 0.8, uncommon to 0.3, and so on. And then I just generate a random value from between 0 and 1, and I just get the smallest rarity that is bigger than your value over here. So for example, if you get 0.4, then you're going to get a common item over here. If you get 0.07, you're going to get an uncommon. If you get 0.01, you're going to get a rare item, and so on, right? We might change this in the future, but that's kind of how I did it. And then I just go through my item template over here. I pick one of them, right? And it might be that there is none, because right now I only have common items. So if you get like uncommon, you're shit out of luck, unfortunately. And then I just get ID, and I get your item, right? And then I use this inside of the habit entries API, which is when you create a habit entry. And actually it's when you it's when you create a habit entry. We have item template, get item template for habit entry. I pass it the habit difficulty, which I have access to in this function. I know which habit you're tapping, so I know which difficulty it is. And then I just insert one in the database. We did this last week, right? Because we had the inventory, the items already set up. I just put this in the database and you have an item. And then I return the XP that you gained, if you've gained a level or not, because I might want to use this in the UI to display like a confetti or something if you've gained a level. We'll see. And then the item gained, right? This all gets returned from this create habit entry function, which then goes into our React code. I have a pressable here, which is basically a place that you can just press things. And then I just do over here, create habit entry. I call the mutation that would create a habit entry that calls the function I've just shown, gets me XP gained, has level gained, item gained from the database. I send an analytics event that you've completed a habit. And then I just push to a new screen, my habit entry success screen, and I just pass the properties. XP gained, has level gained, items gained. And then that screen uses those, if I can just show it to you, habit entry screen gets from the params the actual values and then passes them to this component, habit entry success. And the habit entry success component is a component. It renders your character. It renders the XP that you've gained. And if you have item gained, it also renders the item that you've gained, right? Super reusable. As long as you pass this property over here to this component, it works. And it's beautiful, right? Like you create a template. Based off of that, you create a function that gets you an item. You pass it your habit. The habit gets the items, sends it over to React. React sends it over to a new screen. The new screen displays it. I like it. I like the system. So that's done. That works. You've seen it, right? That was like when I checked this off, it gave you an item. So that works, right? So now what I want to do is I want to commit the changes that I have here because I have some changes that I want to commit. And then we're going to work on the onboarding, and I'm going to show you the onboarding, how it currently is, what we want to do with it, how to change it. And yeah, should be fun. And then we can revisit this and see if we need to do anything else. So let me just now see here, git status. Let me just quickly check the diffs just to see what I did. So I changed this, that's fine. I moved the file, that's fine. I renamed these props, that's fine. I don't think, yeah, nothing like significant change. So that's fine. I can just git add everything, git commit. Slightly refactored naming of variables in habit entry, success, and items. There we go, git push, and we are good to go. We're gonna start working now. Let's see. I've been working on a C++ text-based game. You think I can make it available on the App Store? And what would I need, please? I'm not familiar with C++. You need, yeah, I'm not familiar with like game app development at all, actually, even though I'm making a game. I'm making it in React because I'm like a React developer. I do know that like Unity, for example, it is C#, it's not C++. I've worked a bit in Unity. They just allow you to package and do it, right? I don't know. I would honestly ask Google because Google might know. I don't know if Unreal, what they use. I don't know if it's C++ or I think Unity is, Unreal is C++. You might use Unreal, but I don't know how easy it is to use Unreal for an app game. I don't know. I would Google it. Brazil here too. Thanks for the videos, man. You're awesome. Thank you for watching. I'm really glad that you find them useful. Keep going and become a better developer. Let's go. Yes, sir. Can you share Vim settings and keybinds? Dude, they're the default. I don't have anything specific. It's just Vim. I just use HJKL to navigate. And then I use like E to like navigate this way, B to navigate this way. And that's it. Like just the default. I don't use anything specific. It's just default. And it's also minimal. I also don't use everything that there is to use about what was I saying? About, yeah, the Vim key bindings. Just default. Hell, previous videos are not available. Yes, they are, dude. Just go to my channel, go to playlists. This is the playlist here. You can find them. What TypeScript features are mostly used in React? Honestly, just the types, typing things, typing functions, component, props, individual states, variables, and sometimes creating like a generic type if you need something generic, but that's pretty much it. Every time you define something like a variable or a function, usually you put some types along with it, and that's kind of what you use. Man, it looks so much fun to develop a system related to games instead of extremely boring products like insurance systems. Yeah, if you're into games, that's a very big asterisk, right? There are people who are into like insurance systems and stuff like that, because it's not necessarily about the insurance system, at least not for everyone. It might also be about the challenge, about like the individual code problems that you have to solve on such a thing, right? There might be features that, I don't know like anything about insurance systems, but like, who knows, right? Like there might be some specific feature that is only in the insurance niche that like it's super cool to develop, and you would never think about it because you're not interested in insurance. So it's a lot more than that. But it definitely, if you love games and you're like a gamer, then putting this in like games is cool, because like as I'm building this code, I feel like I'm playing a game, because I'm just building the part of it. But like then I get to click things and get to see like that it actually works, and I'm like, oh, this is like cool, you know? So yeah, it does make it a lot more enjoyable. What's the tech stack for your game? It's React Native with Expo. It is TypeScript, and that's it. I use SQLite for a database. It's all local on the device, so nothing ever actually leaves the device for now. And that's it. It's pretty minimal, trying to ship the smallest product possible with the least amount of work possible that's still valuable for like a user to actually use. And yeah, I always wanted to ask if you'll teach us React Native. I do want to. It is what I use the most. I am a React Native dev. I'm not so much as a React mobile web dev. But from experience, React Web does better on my channel. And I'm kind of incentivized to post more React Web and not so much React Native. But that's why I kind of do this live stream on React Native. I try to like put a little bit here and there of React Native, and I will make like a video here and there on React Native. I just have so much content, so many ideas planned for like just normal React stuff that applies to both native and React. And that way you also like think of it from my perspective. You get the biggest audience, because I can target React Native devs because they would benefit from it, and I can target React Web devs because they would also benefit from it, right? So it's like a line you have to thread between the content that you do, the content that you want to do, and the content that would satisfy most viewers and make them happy. But at least, dude, you're getting like a 2-hour live stream of like React Native, so enjoy that, you know? Unreal uses C++. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, so try Unreal. You also said Unity. Does Unity do C++? I don't think so. But if it does, you could do it. Or you could do C#. It's pretty cool as well. Hi from Israel. Your videos are great. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching and for saying that. Hope you're enjoying the live stream as well. Cool. Let's do some cool stuff. Let's go here. I'm going to go to my database and I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to just reload the app and see what happens. So this is our onboarding, right? You have no database. I just killed it, and now it's starting up fresh again, and we want to change how it's currently how it currently is. So first we click get started. We have this what is your name here. We're going to use this to personalize your experience. This comes from the previous app that I built where I used the name. We're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to do it with the character. What's the name of your character, right? So that should be a pretty easy change to do. So I'm just going to put my name, press continue. This, we're going to kill this page. Select your goals. Doesn't make sense. Instead, it's going to be create your character. And we're going to put the character creation screen over here, and we're going to create the character. Ooh, camera died. I got it. I was fast this time. Yeah, so we're going to do that here. Cool. So let me just select something. Then notifications, we're still going to have this because we want people to give us permissions to send them notifications. So we still want this. And that's it. Simple, right? Cool. So let's close all of these files. And let's open, what is it? Onboarding welcome. So this is the onboarding welcome screen. There's nothing to change in this screen because we're still going to just have like the normal welcome screen. So that's fine. But this one goes to onboarding / create name. So we're going to want to change this to create character name, right? Or set character name. Create character name. Let's do that. So let's come here to our sidebar. Let's go here to app, and I have here onboarding / create name. I'm just gonna rename this actually. I'm gonna rename this create character name. That is going to be renamed. Perfect. Then we're gonna do all of this create name stuff. I'm just gonna broadly just rename this to create character name. Right, that's gonna be the create character name screen. Perfect. We're gonna have to make some changes here to our form because we're gonna be sending this data somewhere else, but that's fine. That should not be too difficult to do. The first order of business is the trans key now went from onboarding.createCharacter to onboarding create character name. So we can do create character. Do I not have it? Screens, onboarding. Yeah, create name. Create character name. So we did that. Let's see, does our form need to change? The name is going to be fine. It's going to be the same. This default value over here is no longer going to have a default value because in no way are you going to have a character name if it's the first time you've opened the app. We're not going to do that, which means we also don't need this user over here. Cool. This is going to have to send to a different page. Instead of onboarding set goals, it's going to be onboarding create character. So we're going to do that later. Share.continue, that can be fine. And then the title and the subtitle. Let's see. Title. We will use this to personalize your experience. That we need to change. And then what is your name? Name your character, I think. And then subtitle. What's like a creative subtitle for like this? Let's see. Come on, Copilot. Just no. Just give me like a name. Okay. Give me a nice subtitle for the name your character title to use in my React Native screen. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Ooh, finally, Copilot is good for something. Choose a unique name to begin your adventure. Yes, I love that. Wow. Wow, sometimes, you know, AI can do a pretty good job. Other times it's utter crap, but sometimes it does good. Choose a unique name to begin your adventure. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Since we're not going to do anything like online with this, at least not in the bulk of the app, I don't need to check for anything like unique, like across, so that like, you know, like in games, like you can't have the same username as another player. It's like single player. It's only going to be like locally on your phone. So like we don't need to check for that. You can put any name that you want, right? So that's fine. Cool. So we have this one. Perfect. We don't need this use auth anymore. Fine. Create name. Create character name. Now, to actually have this working, we need to come here. We can close all of these things and we need to go to character models and user models. This is the actual models of the user. And as you can see here, the user model has a name. This is going to get killed. And I'm going to put it, I think I already have it though. Yeah. In the character. Now I set this to not null, but this has to be null because we're going to, So what we're going to do is when you create the app, when you launch the app for the first time, you're going to, in our code, we're going to create you a character just like we create you a user. So I have seed.ts over here, right? This seed database function, basically, if you don't have a user, right, it's a pretty basic way of checking. But if you don't have a user in your database, then you are going to, we're going to create a user, right, with some default settings. We're going to set your has completed onboarding to false. That is what the code uses to send you to the onboarding screens. We set your week starts on, right, from your actual calendar. It's like a nice user experience. And then we create the character. But we don't have a name at this point because we're creating it for you. So either we just don't provide name and we make name here optional, But then that means in code, we're going to have to deal with an optional name all of the time, which I don't want to do. Or we default it to an empty string. Let's make it optional, see how we feel about it. If we don't like it, we change it. Let's do that. So, not null. Name is going to be not null. Then in the seed, we're not going to give you a name. Gender, I am going to default it to male. I feel that's a safe bet because RPG is mostly male. And for what it's worth, I still haven't done the female assets. I will, still haven't done it. So if you try to choose female, the app will still crash. So let's set it to male. Hair is going to be hair 1, brown. Oh, we also need to take care of this. Yeah, I forgot about this. The hair color. I have no like concept of hair color in the app at all. We need to deal with this. And then body 1. That's fair. Yeah. And then user ID 1. Yeah. So we're going to create your character. Then with that, we're going to create your inventory. We're going to set your coins to 0. Fine. Then I just did this for like test purposes. We're not going to do anything with equipped items anymore. So we're not going to add any item to your database. Fine. And we're also, I'm still going to add your habit. This is not going to be true in like the final version, but still for now, for like dev purposes, we still want to have a habit because we want to like click around and do things on the habit. So like we want to still create a habit for now. But again, in production, you're going to have to create your own habits, not have us do it. So then the version still stays, the difficulty still stays, the frequency, these are all part of the habit. Fine. Cool. Then we no longer need this character inventory. No, we do. I'm just going to make this like this for now. For now. There we go. Creates character inventory. Cool. So we made that change to the database. Now we need to come in here and we need to create character name. So let's see. So our name is going to be a string. Required error. Forms name required. What is the form that I have for this? Form name is required. Character name is required. Character name is required. There you go. Placeholder is not going to be John. You're not going to name your character John, man. Ooh. What's well, let's let Copilot do the work. Why not? Great. Now give me a nice name placeholder for the character name. Let's see. Oh, okay. So instead of putting an actual name, enter your hero's name. Great. Enter your hero's name. That should be fine. Cool. So we are here. So our form stays the same. The name here, required error, we just dealt with that, stays the same. This is fine. Our types are fine. Instead of update user mutation, it's going to be update character. So let's see. Do I have update character? I think I do. Update character mutation. I do. Great. I love when I have stuff already built. Great. Then this is an old pattern that I used to use in my apps. This is an old pattern that I used to use in apps, but now I no longer like to do this with mutations, specifically React query mutations. I no longer like to destructure it like this, because then if you need like is pending, you have to like destructure is pending, right? And then you actually would use the is pending somewhere in your code. I would rather do it like this. Update user, no, character, update character mutation, and then if I want is pending, I can do update character mutation dot is, whoa, what happened? Whoa. Dot is, oh my God, come on, type properly. Dot is pending. And then see, I have access to all of these without like destructuring. It's a little bit cleaner, and I found it helped me more in my code. Cool. So now, update character mutation. What's wrong with the data? Oh, right. Dot mutate async. Cool. We have no errors. Great. Also, something that I started to do, which is great that we're touching this file again. I also have this thing, send no, show alert, and we're going to put it here, message. Oh, I can show this pattern. This is really cool. What is it? Get error message, and then pass the error, and then type error. I'm going to show you how this works in just a second. Let me just finish up this form because I think it's fine. And then we're going to go to set goals. I think it's fine. And then I just know from experience, I also have the profile component here. Yeah, see, user.name. This no longer exists, user.name. We have an error. So instead, I'm just going to put guest for now, because I don't want to deal with this now. This is like in the profile settings, which is, we haven't really looked at it. Okay, let's run lint. Lint fix to see if we have any errors from our changes that we don't know about. Let's see. Hello from Brazil. Man, we have people from Brazil here. Nice. That's really cool. How to install the Expo App Local on my iPhone without Apple Dev account. You would use the Expo client, Expo Dev, Expo something app. Or just, you don't need like if you're talking about like a paid Apple developer account, it depends on the features you're using in your app. I know, for example, if you have like push notifications, you can't install it on your phone because Apple is stupid and they don't allow you. They have to make you like pay for that, which sucks. But otherwise, if you use Expo Go, that's the app. If you use Expo Go and you have like not so much native functionality, you should be able to do it without any sort of Apple account. So look into Expo Go if that fits your use case. If it's going to be fully offline, do you have a plan for cache and service workers? So far, no, because I'm running this on a SQLite database. And it's like just simple, man. Like I don't want to overcomplicate things for now. I have another app that is exactly using the same code, right? It's a fork. This app is a fork of the other app. And that one's been running fine in production with the SQLite database locally on the phone. Let's see. If we need caching, we'll implement it, but not for now. Definitely not. I have to go. Will you upload it later? Later. Again, go to my channel. Go to playlists. It's right here. It's there right now, even while I'm live. Enjoy. John Doe. John Doe doesn't make sense for a character, right? Like enter your hero's name or something similar makes a lot more sense. Hey, sorry to be that guy. What theme are you using? I am using Material Theme Darker. It is, if you go to any of the videos, even the description of this video, dude, look at the description of the video. My theme is always there. My theme, every link, everything that you need. Even I go as far as like put a description on every single video that I do. That kind of tells you what the video is about. It's half for like YouTube and the algorithm and SEO. It's half for like people that, you know, would look there and see, oh, that's what this video is about, right? As a React developer, how often do you use vanilla JavaScript or TypeScript? I mean, dude, I was about to say never, but that's not true. Like this, oh, there we go. This over here, this is pure JavaScript, right? Like seed database. This is just like, I mean, TypeScript, but like you get it. It's just JavaScript, right? Or item utils. This is pure JavaScript, TypeScript, right? Get item template, right? I use that and I do it in my functions. Now, if you're asking me how often do I use it to build something, never. I just don't do that anymore. I haven't had a need to do it. So I just don't. I just like to code in React to build my apps, and that's what I do, right? But building in React, it's not just about the components, it's also about the functions that are running your entire component, right? So depending how you want to look at it, every day or never, right? Have you ever used Svelte? I haven't. I'm aware of it. I've looked at the docs a bit, but I've never actually played around with it. I have no interest to personally. My time is like occupied enough working on like React stuff. But I hear good things about Svelte. I have nothing bad against it. It's just very low in my list of priorities of things to look in. Project React Native when? Oh, dude, it's not going to sell, man. It's like, how many like... Everyone here, okay, let's do this. Leave a 1 in chat if you use React Native. Like, Not if you've used it once, but like if you use React Native, or if you would watch a video or you want to learn React Native. I don't think there's many people. Granted, I don't know how many people are watching the stream right now. Let's see. Okay, we have 37 people. Let's see how many ones we get, right? That's why you have to kind of think about it from a business perspective as well, right? So like doing these live streams is a safe bet for me because we're building an app. A lot of this code, most of this code is not specific to React Native. Like all of this, like screen, text, view, and stuff like that, they are specific React components. Oh shit, we have a lot of ones. Oh shit, oh wow. Oh wow, we have more ones than I thought. We have like at least 5. We have 5 ones. 5 on 40, that's what, like whatever percent that is. It's a decent amount. Interesting. I will schedule a React Native video and see. Let's see how it does. And then I will maybe do more if it does well. Thank you, chat, for letting me know. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, all of this is like text is React Native, but like I'm using my own component for text, which I would do anyways if it was like a React web app. So from that perspective, this is the same code that you would have in like a React web app, right? And that's why this is like safe for me to do. At least I thought, now that you guys want React Native. You know what? I'm going to get more data on this because, okay, this is a very small sample size over here. I'm going to get more data on this. I'm going to ask it on Discord. I'm going to ask it on a YouTube community poll, and I'm going to ask it in a newsletter as well. By the way, if you haven't joined the newsletter, link below, join it. We're actually publishing it, a new edition today. Really great. I love the people I'm working with for the newsletter. Get on that. It's highly educational, even for me, to be very honest. So it's a great resource. So I'm going to also ask it there, and I'm going to make like cumulative data sample and see like exactly how many people want it, and then I will act accordingly. Definitely. I'm going to learn React Native this semester, although I would like to learn Flutter. Dude, why? Before I say anything, why Flutter? Because objectively, React Native is a more solid framework and approach to building apps, because you're using in React Native, all React Native is a wrapper, a binding, if you will, a connection, a way to talk to and use the actual native components from iOS and Android and web as well, right? So when you have a button in React Native, let's go here to button. The button here, I mean, I'm not using the button component, but if I was, I could. It's using an actual button component from React Native. Pressable here is a native component from actual, I don't know the actual implementation on iOS and Android, but it maps to a native component on iOS and Android, right? Whereas Flutter emulates everything. Flutter is more like a game engine where you're creating like a game and you're emulating the entire UI to make it look like the actual native experience. But everything is fake. It's like emulated. So like the scroll behavior on Flutter is not the same, and it doesn't function exactly in the same way as it does on an actual iPhone or Android. And if your users use your app, they're going to be a little bit confused. And if you want to get the same functionality, it's going to be extremely difficult. With React Native, you just use a scroll view and you just have it. And you have it on iOS and Android, right? And then there's more things like code push and the fact that this is all React and JavaScript code, which like any React developer can work on. There's a lot of reasons to go for React Native, but I'm curious why Flutter in your case. React Native is slow. No, dude, it's not, man. I mean, it used to be, but it's significantly better. Obviously, it's not going to be as fast as native, but very close, especially nowadays, especially with Expo. Like this app over here, I am like the navigation and things like that is entirely like native. Like there's no like JavaScript running the actual navigations. Like this menu over here, this is exactly the same. It's native. It's on iOS, right? On Android, it looks different. You have a different kind of menu on Android, right? A lot of the things you do in React Native nowadays are just native stuff. So they're fast by default. What is not fast and not performant is if you mess up the re-rendering, right? Because on the phones, you have less processing power. And it's very easy, especially on Android, it's very easy to like mess up and like have performance problems, right? And you do have to be a little bit more careful, but you could get very comparable performance with React Native. And you also get the benefit that you write it once, you write it in React, you write it in JavaScript, and it goes to all platforms, which, you know, you can sacrifice a little bit of performance. Again, it's not that much if you know what you're doing, but you get so many benefits. Flutter as well, right? It is a game engine. It is more performant overall if you want to do like an average, but it's not more performant on the native stuff than React Native is. So that's also something to consider. And then you don't get any of the benefits of like JavaScript, React, right? You have to use Dart, and then you're in like a whole different area of like development. And objectively, like it's more on the side of like React Native, right? So no, it's not slow. It's a misconception. Yeah, there you go. Loose, slower than native, but not that much. Exactly. What's the perfect React file structure? This. Organize everything by type of thing. So I have API for all of my API, and then just a bunch of files. I have app for my routing. This is the same as you would have in like Next.js. All of my individual routes are here. Then I have assets for like some miscellaneous assets. Then I have components for all of my components organized by entity or type of component. Then I have stuff for my Drizzle database. Then I have hooks. Every project usually has a hooks folder. Then iOS, whatever, it's React Native specifically. Models is because I put the backend in this code, so I need a folder for my models as well. And then screen components, ignore this. I'm going to kill this. This is not that useful. Folder for types if you're using in TypeScript, but few things usually go in there. And then a utils folder, which I have a lot of things here for all of my random utilities across the application. That's pretty much it. And then you like root kind of config files and stuff like that. It's pretty much it. Some slight variation of this would be super fine. Workmates told me bad stuff about React Native. That's why I thought Flutter would be better, as they said it is. But thanks for the explanation. I'm a new dev. Yeah, it's not. Granted, I will say this. It is easy to shoot yourself in the foot with React Native. It is, especially on Android. If you don't know what you're doing, it's very easy to make something that lags, is unperformant. On iOS, it's usually fine because React Native is optimized for iOS. On Android, you do have to work a little bit more around and maybe do some like configuration things. And like Android has like not performance problems, but like bugs. Like the status bar has a wrong color, or like the icon for your application just doesn't exist for some reason. Or like when there's so many like small quirks, or like there's an extra spacing on Android because Android renders a box differently than iOS. Small things like that are definitely annoying. And you probably don't have those in Flutter because it's emulating the whole thing, but they're minor, right? So like in today's day and age, they're minor, and I would honestly go for React Native. There's just more benefits to it. But as a good developer, you should try out different things and see how you feel for them and make your own opinion, right? But this is my own opinion. I would go for React Native. It just makes more sense, especially as a new developer, right? Because everything that you learn in React Native, you can apply to React directly. So you're not like wasting time in terms of becoming a better React developer, right? Cool. Oh, what I wanted to show very quickly. I have this show alert, which is really cool. I'll show it to you in just a moment once we have our app running again. Show alert is a function defined in alert.ts in the utils folder. Again, underrated folder, man. All of my utilities are like here. Even everything you've seen with like the items, that's all in the utils folder, right? Underrated. This one uses this library from React Native Notifier. It's like a cool library that like does a notification thing. Really cool. And yeah, whatever. I'm just showing this. I need a description, which is like a message from the alert. I need that, right? I need that to come from the actual error. Now, here's the problem. I want it to be a string, right? And this error, I know that it's going to be like a normal error, right? Because I throw it myself in the code. If I do something like this, error.message, I get a type error saying that error is of type unknown. And you know, TypeScript is correct. We don't know what error is here. We can't control what error is here, right? And it's preventing us from doing that. So what I did is I created this handy function, and it's like just a simple function. Again, error.utils. Everything is in the utils folder. And I just check if error is instance of error, then I return error.message. Otherwise, I just convert it to a string, right? And I put it here as unknown. That way, I can just get the string without having to do something like unknown, or this wouldn't even work actually. It would be any, without doing something like any. And then you have any in your code and you're like, ESLint is going to complain. I don't want to do that. I just create my own little function here, gets the type, gets me the error, and then we're good. I'm going to show you what this alert looks like. Let's just, I believe we need to kill our database and restart everything. So let's come here. Let's close the server. Then we are going to pnpm run drizzle regenerate. We're going to regenerate all of our drizzle. Then pnpm start this. Go to the folder, kill the database, open on iOS, and it's going to load. Man, I'm sad. I have probably people watching on TikTok, but I can't see their comments. Sorry. There you go. Oh, see, we have a missing translation here. Good to know. But see, name your character. Choose a unique name to begin your adventure. Okay, cool. Let's just fix the translation part. So what is it here? It would be in layout, and then I did screens. Oh, no, it's onboarding layout. Layout. No, it's here. Yeah, onboarding, create name, create character name, and then header title. Yeah, okay, let's do it like this for now. Again, we're gonna have to design this later, but yeah, enter your hero's name. I don't like it in the end, but that's an easy change. Let's put hero's name. No, let's put enter your hero's name. I'm going to deal with this later. I don't know. Okay, let me show you the error. Let's force like an error from our API. So we're going to go to, actually, no, we're just going to force it here inside of the function directly. Just going to throw new error, not implemented, right? I want to show you the error. Oh, character's name is required. Okay. Test. Look at this error. I love it. I love it, man. Not implemented. And it just automatically shows up like this. Like this is a proper like native error, right? I love it. And we can do anything we want. We can do something like title, whatever. Couldn't update character, right? Boom. Couldn't update character, not implemented. This is really cool. It does cover a bit of the UI, so we might want to be careful with that. But I like it quite a lot, right? So if you get an error, this is going to catch it and it's going to update it. Cool. So that's done. I've showed you this. So now test. That worked. Select your goals. Should work. Test. Oh my God, he's naked. But there's no, I hope it's fine. There's nothing like, it's just pixels. Yeah. Oh, camera died. Camera died. I should maybe. Yeah, I should give you. Yeah, I need to give you some items. You're not going to start naked like this. It's a bit weird. I'm going to give you some items. It is a bit weird. But test is here. So test works. So we got our name working. Okay. So we're one step closer. Let's go back here to seed. I'm going to uncomment what I did. Right? Equipped items. It makes sense to give you some items to not shock the user when they first open the app and be like, oh my God, what is this? Because it shocked me a bit just now, but it's fine. There we go. And then character inventories. Const character inventories, returning. There we go. I'm not going to give you a sword. You're going to have to earn your sword. And I'm also not going to give you... I'm going to give you gray for now. Why not? And I'm going to give you gray as well, because I like this combo. Gray tunic, brown trousers, gray boots. Okay. That's what you're going to have starting out. So that's done. So now we need... Oh, this is going to be fun. We need the create character screen. So instead of going to set goals, we're going to go to create customize character. Customize character. You're going to be able to customize your character. Your character is already created. We might want to combine these into one. Right? We might want to combine these into one. Let's see. I mean, like one screen. Why would you choose your character name and then create your character? Why not do both on the same screen? Why have you tap one more time? Right? But let's leave it for now. Let's leave it for now. Yeah, okay. Let's leave it for now and let's deal with this later. Cool. So let's open. So we have set goals here. I'm going to rename set goals to customize. No, customize character. There you go. Should actually open the file as well. All of these onboarding set goals, all of these have translations, which we need to kill. So I don't think we even need a form. We don't need a form in this screen. Okay. That's going to be customize character. Does U come after R? It does. It does in the alphabet. Yeah. Customize your character. Choose your hero's appearance. Beautiful. Copilot. Let's go. Okay. Then here it's going to be onboarding, customize character. Fine. Then we don't need anything with the goals. I don't think we need anything in this component. We don't need anything with like some state. We don't need anything with this. We just need to push to onboarding, allow notifications. And then let me try something. Let me show you the beauty of React. I really hope that this works. Otherwise, I look stupid. Let's do character form. No props at all. Get started. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. There you go. Ah, close, close, close. What did I do? Onboarding, customize character. What's wrong? Customize character. Customize character. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I need to register it. Right. I need to go in welcome. No, I need to go to layout, apps, and here instead of set goals, right. Customize character. Let's try it again. So remember, all I did, just put one component, character form. That's it. No props, nothing. That's it. Let's see. Why does it not work? Did I mess up? Onboarding / customize character. Yeah, this is correct. Onboarding / customize character. Do I have a typo? I just closed it. Onboarding / customize character. This should work. Okay, third time's the charm. Oh, we have an error. Why do we have an error? No, why do we have an error? Oh, okay, well, at least it worked, but why do we have an error? Let's see. Customize character. Character form. This should work. We don't provide a character here. But do we need to? Let's see the where it's being used. So edit character. I am providing a character. Oh no, why? Why did I make it optional, but then the component breaks if it's optional? That's bad code. Let's see. Character. Where is it used? It's used here. Update character. Character. What's the error? Cannot convert undefined value to object. Current index 103. Oh, that's sneaky. I found the bug. That's sneaky. Gender. What's the gender? Oh no. No, that's not. That's not a bug. Oh, it is a bug. Oh. I mean, the solution is simple. Just always provide a character. We have a character anyways, so just always provide a character. Yeah, just always provide a character. That's the easiest solution. Okay, let's just make this non-optional. This component should still work. Then we can remove all of the optional chaining. Let's see if we have something else. So that's question mark dot. No, we're good. We're good. So we can close this. Now the character form here is fine, but we're going to want to take this code over here. We need a character here. That's fine. We're going to use the use character query that we already have. Going to get our character. If we don't have a character, we're just going to load. Fine. And then we're going to do character. Now it should work. We did have to pass one prop, but now it should work. Let's try it again. So get started. Name. No, this is correct. That's what the character form is. It's just a form. It's not the character. Oh, but then look at this. Oh, the beauty of React. Look at this. Now I got it. Character, display, character. Oh, no. Oh, I don't like this, but it's fine. Okay, and then we're going to do view. And we're going to put style, tw.style, items. There you go. There we go. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. So you go here, you set your name, continue, you create your character. There we go. Okay. I just want to do, what is it? Edit character. I want to take literally the same code. Canvas size 350. I don't like the fact that character display doesn't take a character, but character form takes a character. It's a bit inconsistent because character display actually fetches its own character here, whereas character form doesn't. But if we were to fetch this, I think it would cause issues with the default values, and I don't want to do that. So am I willing to sacrifice consistency for laziness? I shouldn't as a proper developer, but I think now I am. Until it breaks. Let's see. Let's do it like this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, canvas size should be 350 to make it slightly bigger. Yeah, perfect. But then we need, what is the code here? Is this really how this looks? I mean, this is fine. We need, let's see, customize character. Do we need a title here? Do we need a title? I have a title here. Yeah, and I have it in the form as well, right? Customize character, title, subtitle. Okay, let's try it. I'm not a UX design artist, but let's try it. Let's take, I believe, this code. gonna put it, I believe, here. Oh, oh, oh. What do we think? What do we think? This is nice. I like this. Change the skin color. It works. Change the hairstyle. It works. Man, for everyone that's like hating on React, honestly, look at my customized character screen. Let me just fix the missing imports. Look at my customized character screen, right? This entire screen. You would think that this is like so much code and like such complex. And honestly, I've seen implementations of something like this that's like 1,000 lines long of like one component, right? But if you do it right, we have one query here. One. Just fetching the character. That's it. Then we're just checking if the character is not there. We're putting loading. That's it. Then we have just some code for the button with just like a router.push on click. Then we just have some code here for the header, like just a view and two texts. And then we just have the character display in the character form, and everything just works, right? The character display just displays the character based on a canvas size, fetches its own data, fetches the inventory, right? Gets the assets, super well organized. It's 72 lines of code, including imports. And the imports are like 15 lines. So it's like less than 50 lines of code, right? And then we have the character form. Granted, this one's a little bit more complex, a little bit. But we have the form. We have like 20 lines of imports. Keep that in mind. We have the form over here. We have a translation key. We're using React hook form. It's a couple lines of code to handle our form. We're using Zod for validation. So it's like super easy to validate that inputs are correct. We have an onSubmit function. We have a use effect here to like just submit whenever something changes, right? And then this is the form, right? How many lines? 17 lines of code, just the form, like just the JSX of the form. We're using components, select box input, character form input, right? That's it, man. It's easy. All of this is like 141 lines of code, and this is two components. I put them all in the same file because this component is only used in this file. Right? Every time like I post a video, people complain about React. It's so complex. It's so like, oh, is it really? Or do you just not know how to use it? I love it. That's why I'm a React developer. So that's what I genuinely hope that all of you watching, you can reach the level, because at this point it's like art. And I'm not saying this to like gloat or anything. No, this is not even the best code that I've written, right? There's tons of people that can write much better code. You can take this a lot further. Now, the question is, do you have to? Do you want to? Does the project need it? That's up to you, right? But getting to like write, like I just used this character form component and it just worked. Sure, we had one little bug, but like it just worked. And then the character display, it just worked. And it shows our character and everything just like works, all right? That's art. And I love it. And again, I genuinely hope that all of you can reach this point because it's so genuinely enjoyable. And back to an earlier comment by, I don't remember exactly who it was, but like this also comes in handy if you're working on a project that you don't necessarily enjoy the topic of the project. Maybe it's like insurance, right? That he mentioned. If you write code like this, does it really matter what you're actually writing? Or is it more important the actual architecture and the problems you're solving and how you're separating things into components? Because that's really the more fun. So yes, in this case, we're building a game, which is cool. But that's bonus, at least for me, right? So yeah. Let's see. Why use Tailwind? Why are there many template libraries? Dude, Tailwind for me, I just love it because I can put my styles directly in here. And it's a benefit that it's so small. But if you do this in like, think about it, every single file, every single component, you will have to put your styles inside of the file. I mean, somewhere, right? You can, in like React Native, this is the way that you do it in React Native. And it's fine, but I hate it. So let's say we wanted to have this like items center over here, right? We would have to come here at the bottom. Usually you do this. You would do const styles equals style sheet, import this from React Native dot create, and then give this here, let's see, is it not properly imported? Style sheet, there you go, dot create, and then you create an object, right? And you say here, now you have the mental overhead of thinking, what do I name each key? So in this case, what do I name this, right? It's the character display, fine. So we're gonna do character display container, right? Let's put this lowercase c, right? Character display container, right? Then we're gonna put in here, align items center. And then we would go in here, and here at the style, we would have to do styles dot character display container. This is the kind of native way of doing styles in React. It's even worse in like in React Native. It's even worse in like web React, because you either have to create a whole CSS file, or who knows what solution you're using. Usually you just have to create some sort of object with your styles, and you have to name it and whatever, in most cases. Not all cases, but in most cases. What if now I say character display goes here, character form goes here? Now this is still saying character display container, right? So I would have to also change this. What if I remove this? Oh, we no longer have this. I don't have an error telling me that this style is still here. That's extra overhead to like keep track of. Do you want to add that overhead to yourself when you have so much already to think about in your applications? I personally don't. This way with Tailwind, and this is again the specific Tailwind implementation of the library that I'm using in React Native, but it's the same essentially in React Web. You just put the style directly on the view. And then if you move the thing, it doesn't matter. You just change the style if you need to. If you don't, it's fine. There's no name attached to it. There's no overhead of naming things, right? If you delete this, you've deleted the style with it. It's gone. It's efficient, right? So I like it so much more. That's why I use Tailwind. And that's why I'm not going back to something else, because just the fact of putting your styles alongside the code that you're actually writing is everything for me. Now, granted, you are going to get some times, like let's see, what is it? Which component do I have? That is a lot. Let's see, habit, entry, cart. I think this one's a bit bigger. A bit. Yeah. The only sacrifice that you have to do is you have a bunch of styles inline over here. So it can get a bit messy. I agree. I agree. I've gotten used to it. It's no longer such of a problem for me, because this at the end of the day is just JSX. So you write the styles once and then you don't usually look at them too much, right? You can have VSCode extensions that automatically hide the styles, or you can use like components to kind of hide the styles behind components. That's the only sacrifice that you have to do. And it's not even that big of a sacrifice. So that's why I like to use Tailwind as opposed to anything else, right? Just makes it easier. And you shouldn't be afraid. Like this is a pretty big component, right? It's much bigger. It's like 160 something lines of code, right? This could be split into separate components, right? To make this a little bit simpler. You could put this in a separate file to make this more easy to manage, right? I chose not to do it here because this is like a complex component that does a lot of different things, and I wanted to just have everything in one place. It's still not that big. I like to say that anything below like 200 lines of code is acceptable if it's warranted. And in this case it is, but I definitely could have split this more. I could have optimized things more. I could have created variables. But again, does the project need it at this point, right? I'm trying to build as fast as possible, as little functionality as possible with the code necessary, and try to make it as efficient as possible, as long as it serves the purpose of what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to build the most efficient code base here. I'm not trying to like exhibit this in a museum of like perfect code. That's not my goal here. My goal is to be as fast as possible, as efficient as possible, and get the app out, because that's what's actually going to make money or whatever, right? Getting clean and perfect code doesn't, especially when you're building an app that you don't even know if people are going to use. You don't even know what features they're going to want. Maybe this entire habit thing is useless and it's just going to get thrown out the window, right? If I'd spent all of this time optimizing it, that work would have been thrown out the window as well, right? So yeah, that was a bit of a rant, but that's why I like Tailwind a lot. It's not complex, but a little bit unorganized. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There are only two kinds of languages: the ones people complain about and the ones nobody uses. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. That's a good one. It depends on how you structure the project. Yes. Can we use JS docs instead of using TypeScript and React? Yes, you could, but I would recommend you just go with TypeScript, because at that point, like, just, I have I should make like another TypeScript introductory video, because it's really simple to get started with TypeScript. It is difficult to like master TypeScript and like understand everything, but to get started and to actually convert your project to a TypeScript project, it's super simple. And anything that you don't know, you can just put any, and it's the same as JavaScript. And then when you do know it, you change it from any, and then you slowly learn. It's literally like having a bicycle with like the wheels that like help you, right? The things that you can do, like turning the thing and like pedaling, you can do it. The things that you can't do, you have the wheels to support you. That's what any is in TypeScript. So that's what I would do, right? I wouldn't do JSDoc. I would just straight dive into TypeScript, and don't worry about it. It's going to take a while, and just put any place that you don't know what to do. There's no class name in React Native. No, there isn't. That's why everything is styles. Yeah, there is no class name. But again, it's the same thing. Like, especially how I'm doing it with Tailwind. At this point, it's just like a syntax difference. Ultimately, it's like the same thing. Cool. I mean, this is done. Right? Continue, goes to notifications. Continue, goes here. I have my habit. We have our character. I can complete the habit. Well done. I got 30 experience. I got no items this time. Sad. And I have 30 experience. I didn't level up, but you know, easily could have. I can edit my character. It's the same form. Everything works. We're done with the onboarding. Let's run it again just to see, like, do we like this onboarding? Do we feel good about this onboarding? Let's just see. So, right, the homepage, then name your character. We're going to leave it in 2 screens for now. We might leave this as an optimization later. Enter your hero's name. So we're going to say, I'm the hero. Customize your character. This is the default. Yeah. We can customize it. Continue. Allow notifications. We're done. We can check it. Do I get an item this time? Still no item. Come on. Yeah, good. Okay. Let's run ESLint. Lint fix, see if I have any outstanding issues. We're going to see a bunch of warnings here. I don't know how to fix these warnings, unfortunately. If anyone knows how to fix these warnings, let me know. So here, let me show you. We're going to go to item.ts. So let's close all of these. We don't need these. We're going to go to item.utos. Anyone know how to fix this? So I have item assets here. This is pure TypeScript, by the way. I have item assets. This takes in, it's an object, and the first level of keys are only character gender. So only male and female, right? That's here. We have male, and then we have female here. And then each one of those should have keys that are only item internal IDs, which is this, all of these internal IDs, right? How do I get rid of this type error that this says unused? Because this is ESLint, no unused vars. It is unused because it's a type. How are we going to use this, right? I haven't had this before in other projects. I don't know what I did in this project to have this error. I Google it and it doesn't work. If I ask Mr. GPT, can I fix using Copilot? Let's see what it says. To fix the issue, you can replace the unused variable key with an underscore to indicate it is intentionally unused. Can I do this? Now it's saying underscore is defined but never used. Okay, Copilot, fix it again. To fix the issue, you can replace the unused underscore with a meaningful variable name. It's just going in circles. It's just going in circles, and it even broke the formatting. That doesn't work. I Google it, and there's no like obvious solution. Yeah, but it's affecting me because I do this in a couple of files, and then every time I run ESLint, I get this like warning is defined but never used. And I don't want to disable this because I need this like warning in other parts of the app that is not related to TypeScript. So what do? Try to replace key to underscore. I did it. It doesn't work. For some reason, it works in code, but not in types. Right? So if I come here and I go to underscore plus TypeScript, let's see what Google says. No, not route. Shift this. ESLint configuring no use vars for TypeScript. Let's see. I think the use of plugin TypeScript introduces a bunch of unwanted rules. One is probably better off using TypeScript ESLint. Huh. Let's try this. If this fixes my issue, I would be so happy. Oh, it's because I manually set this. Oh. We fixed it. Wow. But then do we still get it if I do something like const test equals this? Yes, we still get it. So the rule, okay, for if anyone had this issue, the rule you should put is TypeScript ESLint, no unused vars. Not ESLint, no unused vars. What I had done mistakenly is I had manually set no unused vars to warn. This one, I guess, is not TypeScript aware. So I actually introduced this error myself, which is pretty funny. But then when I remove it and I put this one and I do warn from TypeScript ESLint, then it works. It works as it should. And now if I run lint, we should get nothing. There you go. Okay, so we fixed that. Good to know. I learned something today. Good. Cool. So git add this, git commit -m. What do we do? Added character name and customization to onboarding. Good. Yo, we're making progress. At this point, right? We have the onboarding. We have the homepage. We have the thing when you click, you complete a habit, you get your character points and everything. We all have that. You can create a habit. You can edit a habit. You have the character screen. You have your inventory. You can equip and unequip things. You can sell items. You have coins. Camera died. I got it. You have coins. You can edit your character. The only thing missing is female, which I just need to create the assets. Nothing in code is missing for that. But we need hair color. Yeah, that's what we need. We need hair color. Okay, so that's one thing that we can do. Analytics is done. It's been done forever. The profile, done. Settings, done. Done. Okay. So we just need to fix the hair color. which is going to be interesting, but or maybe not. It's going to be simple. Let's see. Let's see. How are we going to do the color? So let's go to item utils. Okay. So this is item assets. It's not here. It's in character. Character utils. Yeah. Oh, I love how it fixed all of my errors. Oh, that makes me so happy. You have no idea. It fixed all of my errors, man. My type errors. Oh, that's such a... makes me so happy. So here's what we have in terms of assets, right? So this is the appearance assets. So item assets are things that you can equip. Appearance is like what actually makes up your character, like the body and the hairstyle. I wasn't sure about this and how to structure it. And if anyone has an idea, let me know. Or if anyone thinks this is bad, let me know. But we have the hair here. We're only concerned with the hair right now. The body is pretty simple. And I have hair 1 brown, hair 2 brown, hair 3 brown. All of these are PNGs. They're not SVGs. Which means that we can't, in code, change the color. Right? And even if we could, there's multiple layers that make up of a hairstyle. There's like the base color, maybe some accent color, some like shadows and stuff, right? There's multiple layers in like the Photoshop file. So even if we were to do this in an SVG, which I can't do in Photoshop, I'll have to port this to like Illustrator or something, which I don't want to do. I don't use Illustrator. Even if we wanted to use Illustrator and do that, even doing it in code would be pretty complicated, right? Whereas I'm thinking we just make the assets. We just make a copy of hair 1 brown. We make hair 1 green, right? Because look, I did the same thing here, right? I actually did the same thing here. Boots 1 brown, boots 1 gray. For any color that we want to have an item in, we just create an asset for it. Right? The work now is on creating the assets, not in the code, which I'm fine with, I think. So then, if we do this, then all that we need to do is store, I guess, in the database on the character, the hair color, which is going to be an enum of different properties. And then we just get the actual asset of that color, right? We have a pattern here, so we can easily do like hair 1 underscore brown. Or we could even put these inside of like a color, like brown. And then put hair 1, hair 2, stuff like that. We're flexible as to how we do this. I'm thinking of doing that. Anyone have any objections? Let's start. And if it breaks, then we fix it. So let's go to character models, appearance, body, gender, hair. So the hair can be hair 1 brown, hair 2 brown. Do we also do hair 1 green, hair 1 black? Do we do it like this? Or do we store it as a separate hair color property? That can be like another enum. Huh. See, these are some of the decisions that you have to make when you're coding. I don't know what I would want to do here. Genuinely don't know. If I store it as another state, it's another state to manage, another property to manage in the database. If I don't, everything gets put in this hair thing and I have to handle the complexity in it. Or, hear me out. I mean, we do this. Yeah, I think we just need one enum. I think it makes more sense to just put one enum. I think that makes more sense. Then we go here to character form. And inside of the character form, we just manually do the logic of the hair color. We manually store a state of the color that we want. And based off of that, we do it. Right? Character appearance. Okay, let's kill, what happened here? Hair on black is missing. Oh, right. I mean, so how would that logic look like in this component? Let's see. Just separate the hair and the color property. Is that better? So if you separate the hair and color property, so then hair color, let's do hair style, hair color. Okay, let's go with this. Hair color. And then to get the hairstyle, in here, in character utils, we put hair, color. No, it would be brown, right? It would be brown. And we would put all of the assets of brown here. And then we would have black. And now we put all of the assets of black. Let's try that. That makes our form easier. I think that's the least complex option. Let's try that. Okay. So hairstyle, hair color, character, hair, style, enum. I'm just going to do no longer going to be brown. It's going to be hair 1, 2, and 3 for now. Great. Character, hairstyle, enum. Then we're going to do export const character hair color enum. That's going to be, let's see. Okay, relax. Let's just do brown because I only have brown assets now. So let's just do brown. Brown as const. As const. There you go. Okay. 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 So we have hairstyle, hair color. Fine. This is going to be an enum. So we're going to do enum. Character, hair color, enum. Fine. Then we need to go in our seed. When we're creating our character, we're going to do hairstyle. That's going to be hair 1. Hair color, it's going to be brown. Fair. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. You're right. It will reduce complexity. It will. I like this a lot better. But let's see if it just works everywhere. So we have this. Then in our form, oh, we're not done. In character, instead of hair, now it's going to be key in. Why non-nullable? Did I make this nullable initially? I don't need non-nullable. I can just do it without. Key in character hair color. That's going to be an object. And I'm going to put here key in character hair style. And that's going to be string. Okay. So here, then we need to do brown. Yes. See, this is why I love TypeScript. It just knows when you've done things wrong, right? It just knows. So now it's fine because we defined our type over here again in just a few lines of code, right? And this explains completely the type of this. And then if you miss something, if I miss, for example, one of these hairstyles, it's telling me that I'm missing hair 1. Super handy, right, to have this. If you were in JavaScript, you don't have this. Okay, now here, the actual path is assets, images, character, male, hair. It should be color. I mean, the folder structure doesn't really matter here. How did I do the items? Let's see. See, I didn't separate the items by color. So I don't think I would do the hair as well. And that's only in the folder structure of where I place my assets. Nothing else. I think this is fine. Let's just leave it. Okay. Then to get the get character appearance assets, hairstyle, character.hairstyle. It is gonna be non-nullable. It is gonna be, yeah, not nullable, so we don't need to check for null. And then we need to check, let's see, hairstyle, character appearance assets, character.gender. Let's see, character.gender, character.hair color, character.hairstyle. Right? Character, appearance assets, character.gender, male. Oh, then this should be hair. Dot hair, character dot hair color. Yeah, good. Do we like to keep hair here? I'm going to name all of this to hairstyle. Yeah. Or hair. No, let's leave it hair for now. Why not? Let's leave it hair. Hair, character color, character hairstyles. And then the body stays the same. Then we also need, oh no, that's it, hairstyle. Okay. So that should then work. Then we need to go here to our character form input. Let's see, what errors do we have? So we have character hair enum, style enum. This should be hairstyle. We also need hair color. Hair color enum, which we can import. Great. Great, 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 great. Then hairstyle, character hairstyle, hair color, character hair color. Fine. Okay. Then we need hairstyle. Yeah, our type is wrong. Yeah, body hairstyle. That's fine. So that kills our error. Then for the hairstyle, character appearance assets, gender. We need, besides gender, we need hair color. Yeah. So here's what's happening. Here's the issue. I need the value of the hair color of the user, which at this point is the value that's in the form. Because here it gets initialized in the form, in React hook form, it gets initialized from character.hairColor. We put it in hair color, and we no longer do anything with the character. Everything is then derived by the form. Because if we change the value in the form, we should reflect in the UI directly the value. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm using the use controller hook. I'm accessing the hair color value from the form, and I'm going to use it now to index the actual asset to show. This is giving a type error because character appearance assets, again, gender, hair, and then color, and then the value. So gender, we have a, okay. Let's do something dirty. Something very, very dirty. Just to get this type to work. That's going to be, what is it? Name equals hairstyle. Yeah. Why does it not? And then name. Value. No. Why is it? Character, gender. So we got the gender. Male. Then we need hair. So if name is equal to hairstyle, we're putting hair. Otherwise, we're putting body. Okay. So that's going to be hair. Then we're going to index by the color, which is going to be brown. And then we're getting the value, which is going to be hair 1, 2, or 3. What's the value here? Hair 1, 2, or 3. I think this is just a type error. I think this is correct, actually. Let's try it, right? We don't lose anything by trying. PNPM. No, we're going to close this. PNPM drizzle regenerate. PNPM start. We're going to kill our database. Going to open up the simulator and let's see what's happening. I'm facing some problems when I use TypeScript with React, especially when trying to add React table or other libs. Yeah, that is something of an issue with TypeScript is when you use other libraries and you use their types, they just bring a whole lot of complexity with the types. And the reason they do is because they have to, right? They have to make their library and their types extremely generic, extremely reusable to fit a wide array of use cases and to work with your types as well. So they have to do a lot of complexity. And when you import and use and work with those types and you try to like have your types fit into what they're doing with their types, definitely you get a lot of type errors, you get a lot of confusion. Definitely. In that case, if you're still learning, just put any and it's going to work, right? And then try to figure out. Over time, and this I'm saying from experience, over time you will learn more and you will figure it out a bit more and you will get more familiar with it. And then you're going to be able to work with the types a lot more. That's my opinion. You should have done this like first select hairstyle and then select the color. You should have done hair 1 and then all the colors inside. Wait, first let's see if it works. Then we deal with your suggestion. Ooh, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, it doesn't work. So what are you saying? You said hair 1. What's the difference between putting the color and then the actual style? What would be the difference? I mean, we could do it, but what would be the difference? Let's see. Key in character, hair style, hair color, right? And then we just need to do hair 1, brown, hair 1 brown, right? And then we need to do hair 2. Honestly, that would be 2 and then 3. We could also do this, but why? And then here, so the assets would be it doesn't. No, it does. Wait. Then you do value, gender, name. You do name. Gender in the name is going to be body or hair. But this doesn't work. Right, because this is hairstyle. So then this shouldn't be hair. This should be... No, this should. Hairstyle. Fine. Hairstyle. Okay. So then we're getting the name. And then hairstyle, we should put the value and then the color. Why is this giving me an error? Element has any type because, yeah, body 1 does not exist on type. Oh my god. Okay, is this at least gonna work? It's still not gonna work. What is your approach? You will select hairstyle first. You select either. Doesn't matter. You already have a default. So what you're already gonna have a haircut and a hair color, always. So you can just change between them at will. So I don't think the order matters really, right? The order doesn't matter. Nothing depends on nothing. You will always have a color. You will always have a hair. It's which ones you want. Nothing depends on one another at all. You're always going to have both from the start. Always. So it doesn't matter, right? And I prefer doing the color like I had it before. I prefer doing it how I had it before. How did I have it before? Man, just show us the app. I can't understand nothing. Sure. I mean, I can't right now. It's airing out. You just have a different structure of assets, so you can get it by common pattern. What do you mean? I think I like it this way better. Let's try to just do it this way. So what was this before? Can I not see the diff? So it was character, appearance, assets, gender, and then name. Oh, gender and then name. Oh, that's stupid. We don't need the actual value. Oh, but we do. So it was this, right? Character, assets, appearance, dot name. Fine. Hairstyle. We're going to go back to hair. Hairstyle. And this is going to be hairstyle. So then we're going to get the asset. But in the case of, can we use the same component now for both? Because in the case of a body, we don't have a color. Right? In the case of, right? So in the body, we're just accessing it directly here. In the case of the hairstyle, we also have a color. We have one layer deeper. So we can't use the same code right here to get both. That's my issue. You can't use the same code to get both. But what we can do is we can do a cheap thing. I mean cheap. Maybe it's the right thing to do. Const equals use memo. And now let's do here. If name equals body, then we're going to return assets character appearance assets dot, we need the gender dot body. That's it. Otherwise, we're going to return character appearance assets gender dot hair on hair color. Oh, yeah. We just need to do it twice. Let's see if this is a good solution moving forward. It seems like it solves it for now, but again, let's see if it's a good solution. Then here we need to put gender, hair color. Right? Nothing else is going to change. Okay, let's see. Close. What's wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong? So, character.ts cannot convert undefined value to object. What is undefined? Cannot convert undefined value to object. Aha. It should be hair. Yeah, it should be hair. That was a mistake. Okay, we're getting somewhere. It's not crashing anymore. To who asked? Man, just show us the app. I can't understand nothing. This is what we're building right now. We're adding color to hair. That's what we're doing. It working, but not working, almost. Just discovered that we can use React Native to develop apps for both macOS and Windows. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you can. You can use React Native for everything, man. It's actually insane. For web, native, desktop, everything. Yeah. I will show you. Actually, dude, El Hech. I hope that I'm pronouncing it correct. Here's the app. We're going to go here. That's the onboarding. Now you have your habits over here. You have your character screen, which again is broken because it's wrong, but at least it's working. It's running. We're going to fix that. You have items, but it's a habit tracker. So you do your habit, you get some experience as you do your habit, right? You get some items and you can use them. And your habit was like to work out or whatever. It's due at 6 o'clock, you know? And then you're here and you have your item and you can equip it. There you go. Ooh, now you're like change character. You have experience, you have gold, you can sell your items, right? Let's say, for example, I don't like this green thing. I can press and hold, I can sell it, right? And it's gone. And I got some coins for it. That's what we're at right now. And we're just putting the finishing touches on this form over here to have actual support for colors, because that's the only thing that's really missing in this app. So at least it works. It's not crashing, which is good. Let's see what else. Let's see, why is it not showing a thing? Oh, I know why. I have a hunch. Character display. I have a strong hunch why. Our assets are wrong. Appearance assets dot hair. Oh, hairstyle image. Okay, we have a mistake here. We have a mistake. This should be hair. And we need to get appearance assets hair. Appearance assets over here comes from get character appearance assets, which is in this utils file. Get character appearance assets. This should not be hairstyle. This should be hair. Because although in the database we have, so this is my model here, the character. Although in the database we have hairstyle and hair color, two different properties. In terms of an asset that we're showing to a user and that we want to use in code, it's only one asset that depends on both the hairstyle and the hair color. So we want to call that one hair, because it's not the hairstyle, it's not the hair color, it's the asset of the entire hair that has everything to it, right? So that was the mistake. We didn't do that. We changed it to hairstyle when we shouldn't have. Then that caused an error here, which caused our hair to not show because this was changed. This was appearance assets hair, right? We changed it to hairstyle. It was wrong. It should be hair. That's the asset of the hair, which includes, again, the color and the style. So that's why it's not showing. Okay. See, now the hair is showing. Great. It's ugly, but it's showing. Now we just have this translation here, which is actually putting the button off screen, so I can't change the hair. No, I can change it this way. Okay, yeah, so the hair is working. So now this hair is coming from the color as well, which is really cool. Now let's see what the problem is. This is on the character form. name. We changed the name here to hairstyle. Easy fix. Go to our lang, hairstyle. That's fixed. That is fixed. Good. Hairstyle. We can change our hairstyle. Perfect. Now what we need to do is just add another input for the hair color. Let's see how we do that. And I believe, yeah, that's going to be the last thing that I do on stream, that I try to do on stream. This stream. Let's go. Let's see. So we have this character form component. Then we have character form input. What happens if I just do character hair color? If I do a hair color, we're going to have to add it here as a type. Hair color. I'm going to alphabetize these just because I like to. Doesn't even work. Hairstyle. Okay. Then we have the hair color here. Then we're going to do else if name equals hairstyle. We're going to return this. Else if, no, we're going to do then else. No, we're just going to return. So this is in the case where now it's hair color, character appearance, gender. What is this actually? What am I returning here? Ah, right, it's the values. Because then we're doing object.keys. Right. Then we're doing object.keys. Oh, okay. Oh. No. This is more complicated than I wanted it to be. No, don't do this to me. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. We can do dot hair. Yeah, it's fine. And then in our translations, we can do here hair color. Hair color. We should get brown. We should get brown. Okay, the color is not shown, but yes, this works. And if I log here the value, asset keys target index, if I log here the value, we should get brown. We do. We get brown. It works. It works. Great. Great. So now there's one more optimization that I want to do. What happened? Where's my VS Code? One more optimization. In the case of body, in the case of hair color, we're doing the same thing. No, this is fine. Let's just leave it like this for now. Doesn't bother me too much. If it's body, we're doing body. If it's... Oh, my camera died. I'm back. Thank you for noticing. If it's body, we're doing body. If it's hairstyle, we're doing hair color. Otherwise, we're doing this. This is fine. Let's just put some comments here to make it easier. Hair color. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but hairstyle, body, right? It's pretty obvious. Okay. So now our form works. We have skin color, hairstyle, hair color. We only have one hair color. That's why nothing is changing. That's fine. But it works. And we've used the same component with just a little bit of customization just here on how we get the assets. That's fine. This is more worth it than creating a separate component to handle the complexity, right? So it's fine. Yeah, we're done. I think at this point, like, we're done with the app, right? We have the homepage over here. We have the Explorer. We have the items. You have the edit character with the color. You have the analytics. We have this. We did the onboarding today, which is done. We did the hair color, which is done. All we need is to just like style the app a little bit better, right? Especially on like dark mode. This looks great on dark mode. This could use a bit of work. I feel it's a bit too dark. We might just brighten up the whole app a bit. Still in dark mode, but just brighten it up. And then all I need to do is just add more assets. So add items, add colors, add hairstyles, and we can launch this. Right? Guys, we're done. We're done. Mostly, but we're done. Which is great because I plan to almost end the stream now. Nice. Legit. Okay, so we're done. Okay, cool. Cool. So what I'm going to do, actually, there's not going to be a stream next week. For the next 2 weeks, actually, I'm going on vacation, which I'm really excited about. But don't get me wrong, I work on vacation. I actually bring my laptop to the beach. I'm that person. If you see someone with a laptop on the beach working on an app, that's me. I'm going to finish the assets and everything. Try to launch it for test. And the next stream, because I'm not stopping streaming, I'm just going on vacation. We're going to publish this to the App Store. Create like maybe the landing pages and everything. We need to do that. And then have you guys test it and see if there's any bugs or things that we want to change. See if you guys actually use it. How much you actually use it. We need to do a bit of work on like the analytics side of things, but that's easy to do. We have everything set up, so that's easy to do. And then we have an app. This took, okay, this is the 4th stream. This took 4 streams, roughly 2 hours each stream. So that's 8 hours. Plus, let's say I worked another 8 hours on top of this. Yeah, plus another 8 hours or maybe 10 hours on top. So like, let's say 20 hours, let's be generous. Built this app in 20 hours. Granted, this is a fork from the routines app, which I believe I have it here. It's airing out. Why? Okay, it's airing out. Anyways, I have the routine app, which is, I'm going to publish it on the App Store as well. It's currently in testing. Granted, I did build that, so I did spend a bit of time on that beforehand. But look, this is a great example of an app that's super simple, yet it has a core functionality. You can do habits, you can create them, you can set them up, and you can do them. And you have your character, and it has this like gamified element to it. So we have actual core value for the app. We can put this on an app store and like get people to download it because this is valuable. You can do your habits, you can have your character, and like this works. But we did the minimum required, right? It's a simple character, simple assets. You can change a few values here and there, right? Hairstyle and so on. There's not many hairstyles. There's not going to be many colors. It's probably going to be brown and black, honestly, at this point. And then we launch it. We see how users use it. And if people are using it, if they're coming back to it and they're requesting new features, we build them. Because it makes sense. And then if we have strong metrics, we think about monetization. What makes sense to monetize, right? How do we expand this? What features do we add? Right? We're done, right? So that's going to be one app, right? Then I also have the routine app, which is, again, a fork of this. I'm going to fix that, publish that one as well. That one I don't think will do as well just because it doesn't have any of this like gamified RPG elements. It's purely a routine app. Simple, straightforward, nothing special about it, right? So I'm not sure how many users that will get. What I am thinking though is I've honestly had so much fun building the whole character stuff and the game stuff, much more so than the habit stuff, that I want to make a game in React Native. I want to take this code put it in a separate app, get rid of the habit stuff, and just have a game and do something with these characters. Because here's the thing, right? None of the work is wasted. If the habit app doesn't work, it's fine. We can use a lot of this code, a lot of this character code. We can use it for a game. If the game doesn't work, it's fine. Whatever, we can figure it out. If the routine app, the first app that I have, doesn't work, it's fine because I use the code to build this app right here. So the work isn't quite wasted. We're essentially buying ourselves chances of getting something to work, right? And we're having fun along the way, which is great. And the cool thing is when I add new things that are related to like the core functionality, like the habits and stuff, I also go back and add them to the routine app because it's pretty simple. It's the same code. So just do it again. Sometimes I can even just take the same commit and just port it over because it is a fork, right? If we add new things to the game app, the game really, we can also add it here to this habit app if it makes sense, if people are using it. So you're like doing work, but you're multiplying the output of your work. Why not? But ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm doing this because I just enjoy this so much. Like I have these assets. I've used them in the past for like another YouTube channel. And that channel, like I gave up on it. It died, which is unfortunate. But the assets were really cool. And I've always wanted to use the assets for something. And now I have a thing. And we can make like a game that I want to make a game that I would play, right? But it would be done in React Native, which is a challenge because React Native is not a game engine, right? So like it would be an app that functions and plays the role of a game. I don't know. I will think about this, right? I will think about this while finishing up this app. And I will get back to it, but we're definitely continuing the streams because I generally enjoy it and you guys seem to enjoy it as well. It's really fun to like just build stuff. And it actually makes me productive. And it makes the, like you guys are going to use this app because you're invested now, right? So that gives me like test users as well. So like there's a lot of benefits to, you know, doing this whole thing. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to think about it, finish up this app, do all the assets, hopefully finish it by the time I'm back from vacation and on streaming again. Then I'm going to launch it. And then we're going to probably start building the game. Which again, we're going to follow the same principle. Build the simplest version of a game that we can. We already have like almost all of it. We just need something to do with the characters. So instead of doing habits, you're doing something else. You're doing quests. Easy, right? What is a quest? Well, we have to figure it out. And how does a quest work? Probably not that different from like a workout, like a habit, but we'll see, right? So yeah, that's the plan. At least until I decide something else, but that seems like the plan for now. Why not? I've been having so much fun, so why not? So yeah. Yeah. Making a game is 100 times harder. No, it's not. If you think of making a traditional game with a game engine, yes, it is. But I'm not doing that. I'm making an app that plays the role of a game. So literally, just think about this. You already have the character. So like, what's hard about this? It's already done. We have character, we have inventory, character customization. It's done. We have habits, right? When you do a habit, it gives you coins and experience and items. How is that different than a quest that would give you coins, experience, and items? The only thing that we have to do is figure out what a quest looks like in an app. And we can even do some cool things with like timers and stuff, right? Like you can start a quest, which really you just update something in a database that says started at current timestamp. And then after some time, based on the quest, you can come back and collect your rewards. It can literally be that simple, right? I don't know. We can figure it out. So it's not going to be a game in the traditional sense. It's just going to be taking this part and building it out and building more features related to the game part as opposed to the habit part. The habit part is going to stay on a separate app with the game stuff, but probably a minified version. So I don't think it's going to be that much harder. I just think it's more code to write, but not more difficult than any other app that we have built. Right? Can we use 3JS for React Native? Yes, you can. Yes, you definitely can. I've tried it. It just doesn't tend to work on like a simulator here on iOS, I think. So that's a bit of an obstacle, but it works. I just haven't tried it on an actual project, and we're not going to use it for here. I'm not going to make a game engine. It's going to be an app, but that feels like a game. That's my goal. And there are apps like that. If you know Ben Awat, he's like a YouTuber. I think he stopped posting. But he built a Void Pet, which is... Here, let me show you. Let me end the stream with this. Let's go to Void Pet. Let's go to like Google Play, right? This is a React native app. But look at this. Looks like a game. It is a game. And I think he even has like combat stuff and things like that, right? There's no actual like gameplay or like in-game things over here, but I have the app on my phone. And look at it. It's super well rated. It's got 500K downloads. It is monetized. He's making money. And it's purely React Native. You can do this, right? It's not the conventional approach, but I'm not a game developer. I don't know like Unity. I mean, I know a bit of Unity, but like not enough to make a full-fledged game. I can make a game, you've seen, like super fast in React Native. So why not? And I would then get to showcase like this on the channel, because no one's going to watch me like code in C#. Right now it's C++. But you will watch coding in React. And it just fits right into my channel, right? So yeah, we're going to make a game. Let's see. I'm going to think about it, but that's probably what we're going to do. There you go. Let's see how the stream was doing, because I haven't checked it. Nice. 45 euros. Beautiful. Beautiful. We hit, what was our peak? What was our peak? 67. Wow. Wow. Cool. So yeah, guys, I will call the stream, call it an end to the stream. I will go on vacation. You're still going to get videos from me. Don't worry. They're pre-recorded. Don't worry about that. I'm not leaving you hanging. There's going to be videos. But I'm not going to stream for 2 weeks, but I will be back and I'll let you guys know when I'm back. You'll see when I'm back, of course. And yeah, the app should be finished. Should be ready to deploy it on the app stores. And then we should probably start the game if I don't change my mind or decide to do something else. So yeah, exciting times. You're really excited. Yeah, it's going to be really great. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. What can I say? What can I leave you guys parting with? Yeah, if you haven't joined the newsletter, I just launched the newsletter. It's completely free. It's all about React. And I love it. I love the newsletter. I love working on it, sending it to you guys. You guys have been like receiving it nicely. It's going to be linked in the description. Check it out. Highly recommend. I plan to grow this to like the biggest React newsletter in the world. So if you want to be part of like one of the first people there, go to it. And also, if you like how I teach and if you want more of it, obviously check out my YouTube channel, but also check out Project React, which is the course that I did, which literally goes into so much depth and like shows you exactly what we're doing here. But you get the source code, you get to build it yourself, and you also have the final version of it. And you get to like actually learn and go through like all of these different things like use form, React hook form, and stuff like that, right? Navigation, all of that, all of the things that you need to become a good React developer, you're going to find it in the course in a super well packaged, very organized way. And it's honestly like the best resource, in my opinion, on teaching React, which is why I push it so much. So you're also going to be able to find that in the description. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I will see you in 3 weeks, I guess, from now. And yeah, enjoy. See you in a future video. See you in a future live stream. And yeah, happy coding, guys. Ciao, ciao.